Okay, this is Mike Merlin Means of Merlin Public Media. And tonight we have another installment of our ongoing project called Events Talk. And tonight we are talking with
Johnny Bug Woodard Jr.
How's it going, Johnny?
Hey, Mike, things are going pretty good, man. Not too bad at all.
Cool. So, what is it we're talking about tonight?
We are talking about Woodystock Blues and Brews.
And what is that?
Well, you get to go to Lake Havasu, down there at Lake Havasu State Park, enjoy a beautiful blues and rock festival, and enjoy some liquid sunshine.
There you go. So, when's all this going down?
Well, Mike, I'll tell you what, it's happening March 25th down there at Windsor Ford Beach, Lake Havasu State Park.
Okay.
And boy, oh boy, moving from Bullhead City down to Lake Havasu is not the easiest thing in the world to get done.
No, moving anything that big.
It's pretty tough down there. I'm the new guy on the block, and well, maybe some people are a little annoyed that there's a new guy on the block. I don't know.
That does happen.
Yeah, but we're working diligently every day on everything. I just did a bio thing for a newspaper. Well, it's not a newspaper; it's a magazine. It's called Metal Blue Magazine, I think it is. It's going to have a spread on it in the center of the magazine. They're from Phoenix and Los Angeles.
Centerfold action.
Yeah. So it's always nice to see something that's actually in print.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. But my good pal Doug Deutsch, my publicist, got me that.
Excellent, man.
Doug is the most amazing guy. I'm very fortunate to be friends with him and partner with him in our musical endeavor. And I may be doing some other shows up here in Kingman, but I'm not sure yet.
We'll see. Maybe a rockin' town, man.
Well, yeah, it is. I love it up here. It's not as hot as down there on the river.
Yeah,
a little more laid back. But yeah, no, we might be doing some shows up here. We're really looking forward to the show down there in Havasu. It's just been, oh my gosh, it's just been really tough. Because, Mike, when I went to Havasu, I don't know anybody that lives there. I know nobody. So, you join the Chamber of Commerce. I mean, it's proper protocol.
Right.
And you go and you meet some business people and stuff. And, you get to know a few people. I met some people that partnering up with me, and it's pretty nice. And one of the people that are partnering up with us is a distillery, and that's Copper Still Distillery. And man, oh man, they make the good whiskey over there. I just had a quick little shot yesterday. The honey whiskey. Oh my goodness. Ooh. It's pretty tasty. But
what's their name again?
Copper Still Distillery.
Still Distillery. Check them out, folks.
Yeah. You know what? They're right down there off of Acoma, I think it is, and like in a little strip mall type thing. And my goodness, it's like you walk in there and it's like a bar, but it's like a whiskey bar. It's neat. But that's Andrew Anderson and his wife Carrie, real nice folks, reaching out to help us get everything done that we need. And they have a lot of pull down there, and they know quite a few people. So you have to forgive me a little bit. My voice has been kind of weird the last couple of days. But I mean, we've got a band called Until the Sun, and that is an amazing band from Phoenix. And they just recorded a new live album called, I think it's live. It's called something at the Rhythm Room. Oh, recording at the Rhythm Room, I think it is, down there in
Okay.
Phoenix. And that's Bob Coratore's place down there. You know, he's the president of the Phoenix Blues Society down there, and he owns the Rhythm Room. All the cool people, you know, that come through Arizona, they got to play there. We also have somebody you might know too. I mean, a couple local bands. We have Catbone playing.
I know them
And,
guys.
oh, they're so cool, man.
They're great,
AJ,
man.
John Mack, and all those people are so cool. I mean, just troopers. And when they get on stage, my goodness, they command the stage.
Yeah, they do.
Also, local people too. Is Jay Gordon and the Blues Venom. I don't know if you know Jay or not. He plays.
I do not know Jay.
He's been playing here for years. He lives in Fort Mojave, I believe, but he plays up at this station up there, and he plays Laughlin quite a bit, down here in Havasu quite a bit, and around Bullhead. You know, he plays the Cocktails Lounge over in Bullhead
Okay.
quite a bit. Yeah. But yeah. So those are our local guys. Then out of Orange County, we have my old friend Kenny Williams and the Stomp Down Riders. They're Kenny Williams. He played for us. Well, let's put it right. The name it the right way. It's Kenny Big Daddy Williams.
There you go.
Big Daddy. He played for us years ago, and he brought out another gal named Diana Rain. Diana Rain, my goodness, she was a star on the rise. She got to do a tour all the way down to Florida and back. She got to do a big concert when you're okay over in Europe, where her family comes from, is like Bulgaria or something like that.
Okay.
And she played a big crowd over there. But you know, when the COVID thing came along, stuck everybody.
Oh yeah.
You know, as she got freaked out, and she kind of just started recording some songs in her house. You know, and now I hear lately she wants to maybe be like a band manager. We'll see.
Ooh, that's a tough gig, man.
I've heard through that. Well, it's actually not really manager, booking agent.
Okay.
It's a little easier, but not
a little
much.
bit.
Not much. Takes a lot of umph to get out there and get people to pay for you and figure out the logistics to get you across the country and all that. But also we have, let's see who else we have. Oh, Jimmy Carpenter, the Soul Doctor. He taught bells. Now the thing with Jimmy is he's kind of a unique guy. He just got through recording a couple months ago. I want to say it's Allison Green, but with Joe Bonamassa in Germany.
Oh, yeah. Joe Bonamassa, hell yeah!
Yeah, Joe was actually engineering the album, and then he flew back. But Jimmy's all over the place. He's down in New Orleans quite a bit, down in Florida quite a bit. Of course, he hails, from Las Vegas. He's actually the president of the Las Vegas Blues Society, which endorses us. And
yay.
He's the music director for the Big Blues Bender in Las Vegas. Now, a few people out there in listening land haven't heard of the Blues Bender. Oh my goodness! If you're a blues fan, all the best blues bands come there. They have about 40 to 50 bands every year, and they take over the Westgate in Las Vegas for a week. So on every floor of the Westgate, they got different great bands. I mean, big time bands. I mean, that worldwide famous one. Someday I might get there. I don't know if I survive. But yeah, we've got some really good talent that's coming out this year, and I think everybody's going to be very impressed. But I've never really done a show that was really crappy. In the beginning, I had, we had a little assortment of bands in the beginning out in the desert. We used to be out 6 miles off the pavement in the middle of the desert, on a big stage on some private property, which belonged to Katie and I. We made the rules. I didn't have a whole bunch of,
Yes,
I don't know, a bunch of other things going on.
understood.
But I call those people things. Those other things going on, regulations and
Yeah.
rules and stuff. But what about you, Mike? What have you been doing?
I've been doing this. I've been
Have
working
ya?
the station
Is it-
here, and I just interviewed Larry Topping about the bike run about a week ago, and
Oh, Larry.
I'm investing in some new music, and I've been waiting. Hell, we've been trying to get this conversation now for a couple of 3 months.
Oh, I know.
It's tough.
Oh, yeah, it is. Now, Larry, I believe Larry works with my other partner, JJ Garcia. And I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they do some shows over in Laughlin. And I think Larry is the guy that brought Quiet Riot to the Anderson Fieldhouse. I
Yep.
think it was like last August. Right.
Now he does the bike run here.
Right, the bike
Yeah.
run too. Okay. So that's Jay. He works with JJ, one of my partners that he's from Rock and Metal magazine in Los Angeles. And JJ, he's got a band called Catfish. And although I didn't book him, maybe next year. He's an amazing guy. I mean, he hangs with some of the big people and stuff. He goes out to Chicago sometimes and hangs with some of the bands out there. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. $25 to get in, off on the internet for a ticket. It's just one day this year. Then $35 at the gate. Now it was $40 on the website if you go to the gate, but my web guy forgot to change that. So anybody gets over there, don't freak out. It's $35. I got to have a lot of extra $5 bills on hand.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you got to make change. But yeah, I mean, I'm not kidding. I got to tell you the truth. It's pretty hard down there in Havasu getting in the door. I mean, I met a lot of great people, and a lot of people are reaching out to me, and they're trying to welcome me into everything. But it just seems like everything costs more down there. It's like, here's your regular budget you've had for the last 9 years. Now here's the budget you're going to have if you want to play in Havasu. So
wow.
I don't know if I said because I'm the new guy on the block. I think it's just probably normal business protocol for down there.
Probably.
I mean, it's a whole different animal down there. I mean, they've got their own audience lives right there, and they don't have to. Unlike now, there's a difference between Lake Havasu and Bullhead and Laughlin. Bullhead and Laughlin are destination places to go.
Yes.
Now Havasu is all. Yeah, you have to actually have a reason to go there. Now, Lake Havasu is the same way, but they have the bonus of the people that already live there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they got big population. A lot of folks are upper class. They got a lot of money. So when they want to go out and see an event, they spare no dollars when it comes down to buying the drinks and hot dogs and all that. And it's pretty unique. But like I said, I mean, I should have done a little shopping around maybe, but you know what? I saw that Windsor Beach Park. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, right on the water. They got a little swimming area for the kids. So, and that reminds me, kids under 16, they get in for free with a paid adult.
Wow.
So well, I mean, a few of my partners said, John, you should reduce that to like 13. Because that way you can really tell. Because they said some young adults look 16. I went, oh, no, I don't care.
Yeah, you're not going to be carding people at the door.
How do you tell? You got to ask their ID. I'm like,
yeah, man, that's not cool.
I know, but I do that because I really want our younger people to really hear what good quality music is, and see and feel the music, as opposed to like screaming metal music or nasty hip hop music with degrading lyrics and stuff like that. And they can get an idea, like, not all music sounds like that. I mean, you can actually get out and have a good time and listen to what good music sounds like, good guitar work. I mean, good keyboards, stuff like that. Now, let me mention to you, I have Sandy Haley. She is returning again this year. And Sandy is an amazing, amazing, beautiful lady, and had some really cool hit songs and stuff out. And that song she's got, feels like freedom. Unbelievable how cool that song is. I have to tell you the truth. All right. I did when I went out in the desert in Golden Valley and helped some friends move an old trailer away from their house with my 4-wheel drive truck. On the way back, of course, I don't smoke anymore, hardly at all. They gave me a bong rip. It was a big full moon. It was about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. Big old moon. I'm driving down. They live way on the other side of Golden Valley. I mean, it's like, wow, I never been to that side. It's not over like the main part. It's like the other side. So I'm driving down this road. It's a nice graded road. It's pretty wide. I'm doing about 40. I'm going, okay, I got to go now. It's getting dark. I got to go home. I'm going home. I'm cruising along. I got a full tank of gas. The full moon's out. I got the stereo ripping it. And I got Jimmy Carpenter, the Soul Doctor, on there. It's rocking out. And then all of a sudden it switches to Sandy Haley. And Sandy Haley comes on there. Her song Feels Like Freedom. You guys got to Google that song. Feels Like Freedom, Sandy Haley Band. Oh my gosh. I passed my exit the way I'm supposed to turn on this other dirt road. And I'm cruising along. I'm going, after about 2 miles, I'm going, you know what? I think I missed my turn.
Yeah.
There's nobody out there. It's just desolate. I just said, oh, screw it. I got a 4-wheeler. Just let it ride and see where we come out at. I'll find civilization. So it would have taken me up to 93 is where I was supposed to turn. And it'd take me up there to come back to Kingman. But I finally ended up on the 40 down by Crazy Fred's.
Oh my God.
oh, this is where it took me an extra half an hour, 45 minutes to get home.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wow. So I called my friends up the next day and they go, oh, yeah, Johnny, you're supposed to turn on a corner down there. Yeah. But yeah, you know what? I mean, that's me. I mean, if somebody needs a little help or something, and that's something I can do. I'll go down there. And they needed a trailer moved. They didn't have a 4-wheel drive. And that thing been sitting there for 30 years, probably. Oof. All flat tires and stuff.
Yeah.
We just jacked up the tongue and put it on my truck. And I put it in compound low and I just dragged it. Big old ditches going through the yard.
Oh, geez.
They got a couple acres there. So we just moved it out of the way so they could paint their house and let the nice yard ornaments, have a different place in the yard. So, anyways, what about anything else, Mike? Is there anything else you want to mention to me?
Well, tell you what, I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
And I'll tell you right up front, if you don't want to answer the question, just tell me I don't want to answer it. Okay?
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Why did you leave Bullhead?
Well, I liked Bullhead and I thought that's where we were going to be, forever. But, truthfully, I ran into that Windsor Beach Park down there. Uh-huh. And there's a swift river there in Bullhead, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Windsor Beach Park, it's the lake. So it's not really a swift river there.
Okay.
So kids can play.
Okay.
And, there's a couple other various factors over there. Like, I don't know, they let the tribe of homeless people living over there under the bridge.
No.
and it,
Okay.
and it was kind of tough. But I mean, I really like that area a lot. But, I mean, we just didn't really click on the second time around. They wanted more out of me than, and it seems like wherever I go down here now, it's like when I start to build a show, it's like you get a little bit of a break to begin with, and then all of a sudden they want more. And it's like, you know, I can't build a show like that. A rocking show like I put on, it costs a lot of money.
Yes.
And it's a lot of work.
Okay.
And I've never made a profit on it. I do it to give back to my community, because hotels get, sold. People buy gas, people buy beer, all the good stuff that comes with doing a nice show and attracts people. But, and that's what I do. I really enjoy watching the people dancing and having a good time. And the musicians on stage are happy because they got paid. They got paid probably a little bit more than what they're used to, and they put on a great performance, and our vendors make a little money, and that's what really makes me happy, is to be able to give that to everybody else. But it's just, man, the bigger the show gets, the harder it gets.
Yes.
And like when I went to, like, my co-producer Gary, he lives in Oklahoma now. He used to live in California. So now Gary, he has to fly out here and hang out with me for 3 days. So I got to get him a hotel room and all that. And I had to tell him, hey, wait a minute. You were coming back to see the wife in California anyway, right? It's like, wait a minute, man. You got to cut me some slack, Gary. But it's just everything costs more.
Yeah.
And every year, as soon as you get your foot in the door, it's like, seems like they go, oh, we got you now. You'll never leave. And it's like, okay, give me some incentive to stay,
Yes,
and,
exactly.
And it's not like I'm asking too much. I'm just want to, maybe someday make a little money on this deal.
That'd be nice.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that was really, I think in the end, was originally the name of the game. I'm happy that everybody else has a good time and makes money. But, at the same time, as this gets more expensive and stuff, I bring in bigger name acts and stuff like that.
Sure.
It gets pretty tough. Just for instance, like my bands that come from out of town. Okay, I made a deal with the hotel room. Now that hotel room down there, Hilton Suites, I think it is, right there at the London Bridge. Nicest, swankiest place, I think, probably in Havasu. Those rooms rent for $350 a night.
Oh, wow!
I know.
Wow.
But that's what people pay. But they cut me a break. I get it for a little bit less than that. But when my bands come into town, I mean, part of their paycheck, I mean, it's already arranged. They got to have a place to crash out. They can't just get off the stage at 8:00 at night and head back to Orange County or back to Vegas or
can't do that.
Phoenix or wherever they're from. And I mean, it's so tough that I had two favorite bands, two really great friends of mine, played for me multiple times in the past. Billy D and the Hoodoos from Portland, Oregon, and my friend Crooked Eye Tommy from Nashville. They both were on the ticket, but both of them could not find enough extra gigs to pay their way to get down here to do our gig.
Okay.
So they end up dropping out just because of the price of gasoline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So as the show grows bigger and stuff, we'll have people like that. I mean, coming up, Nick Schneblin wants to come out from Kansas City. He's a good friend of ours. He can't come this year. His band is on tour with George Thorogood. And George Thorogood, buddy, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If your band isn't good, you're not going on the road with his band.
Oh, hell no.
They're touring all over Canada. and they're starting up in Florida. I think they go up the East Coast to Canada and through Canada and then back to Kansas City. Yeah, he wants to come in 2024. He'll have Alistair Green, unbelievable guy. I mean, multiple Blues Award winner. And Orphan John. Orphan John is a good, cool guy. He's got a record out right now. It's got one of his songs is in the charts, and they both want to come too. But it's like, wow, how am I going to afford all these guys? Because they're,
Yeah.
you know, they're in the charts, they're on the radio, they're on the road all across the United States all the time.
Yeah.
You know, Nick, he's all over the world. It's just a matter of, you know, making it all happen. I built it from nothing, Mike. So I mean, if you have the sky's the limit. You know, you've already been at the bottom because that's where you started.
Yeah.
So I mean, these people that I do business with, I'm fair, I'm nice, I'm polite. And then we have some people over there that they just don't think the same way. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's like you got to deal with some people out here that, you know, aren't as polite as I am, aren't as nice. They thinking for themselves and not anybody else. And it's very hard to get along like that. So that's kind of why I have to leave Bullhead. I thought Bullhead was beautiful. The park is beautiful. The people that work there are beautiful. There was just a few different issues that we had with the county over there that just made it, you know, a little unbearable. So I had to go looking around, found Havasu. Oh my goodness, Havasu is cool. But we will see. We will have to see what comes down the pike because if it becomes too hard, you know, I'm going to have to move my show again.
Yeah.
I really don't. You know, and you know, when you come talking about moving the show from Bullhead's a half hour from my house in Kingman. Havasu is an hour and a half.
Yep.
So I mean, it's further, and every time I go down there for a chamber mixer and stuff like that, those people all live there. I just had to spend $25 to go there and back.
Yeah.
So anyway, my voice is a little bit raggy. It's been raggy for the last couple of days. So anyway, so you got anything else? Any good questions for me?
I've got a couple of good questions.
All right.
I asked you this last year. I'm going to ask you again. Who's doing your lighting and sound? Because you know I'm an old lighting and sound guy.
Well, I got to tell you something. And I had a guy called. I don't know if I should name his name or not. Might not like me. He does. Let's say this sound guy. I think he does the Rockabilly show. Okay, he's big. He's got big, nice equipment, but he doesn't have any kind of a backline. And you know, it's like I'm going to have to find somebody other than that particular person. I won't name names because it's not nice.
No,
but they know who they are.
You got to have some backline, man.
I know it, man. Hey, whatever happened to your pal over there, the guy at the radio station?
We've all gone our separate ways.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, I got a guy here in Kingman. His name's Joe Klein. And Joe, Joe actually does the same thing. And JJ, my partner, that works with that guy, Larry. He used to work with Kenny Capitelli, but that didn't work out too well. It's so weird. The world gets smaller. JJ goes, hey, that guy lives right in Kingman. Go and talk to him. So here I am. I'm going to be talking to him again. And hopefully we can work out. He's got everything. They run a wedding concession type organization. So they have tables and chairs, and they have stages, and they have sound equipment. And I believe they have the backline. You know, I have some cool instruments here at my house. I really don't want to tear down that drum set I have been hauling around.
Oh, that should be enough to stop anybody from being a drummer on the road, because I mean, wow,
Yeah.
that's just,
Well, yes.
set it up, then you got to tune it, then you got to tear it down, then you go,
Mhm.
oh man, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I got a rather large drum set here. I bought from a really cool guy up in Bullhead a couple years ago. Real nice pearl Japanese set, and with heavy hardware and stuff. Now, granted, I don't, I don't know how to play anything. I just have some cool instruments. I'm raising my kids, so I have them there if they want to play on them. My daughter likes to play on the Fender Rhodes piano once in a while. She doesn't know how to play it.
Oh, that's a wonderful, unique sound.
Oh yeah, the sounds, the 60s and 70s.
Oh yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. And well, I've had some people want to buy it, but I just kind of hang on to it. Then I got the nice pearl drum set. I got a Marshall half stack over here. Then I got a Behringer bass unit, and a couple of guitars and stuff. Like Rock and Rick, my pal Rock and Rick, he passed away last year. He helped us start Woodystock. He's from Kansas City. He's kind of a legend around the Kansas City area, and he had he had different band members. They lived in all the big cities. So if he was in Austin, he called up his people down in Austin. They're the Roadmasters. If he was in Los Angeles, call up the guys in Los Angeles. They're the Roadmasters. So he had various bands, but a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I mean, virtually, because it costs too much to actually try to move an entire band.
Oh God, yes.
Unless you're George Thorogood.
Well, yeah, that's a little different.
Right. So,
or if you're a singer, because then you just got to bring a mic.
Yeah, that's like Rock and Rick. He used to throw his guitar in there, his mic, his harmonica, and a little amplifier, and throw it in his van and hit the road. He'd be down in Florida, got the Florida Roadmasters.
Yeah.
He'd be down in Austin. He used to do Austin a lot, LA a lot, Kansas City, of course, where he grew up. He grew up with Samantha Fish and Nick Schneblin and Danielle Nicole. Of course, they were trampled underfoot with their late brother that was a drummer. He passed away last year. And unfortunately, they were legends. They were like considered one of the best blues bands in the world. But now the brother passed on. They formed their own two different bands. I was telling you about Nick. He's going on the road to George Thorogood. Now Danielle and Danielle plays with Kenny Wayne Shepherd a lot, and Pat Benoit, and a whole bunch of different people. But she's in that world. So when I try to make a deal with Danielle, well, just like Nick too, and a lot of these people, you got to talk to their touring agent. It's all about that record company or the tour agent, but it's amazing to see how far we've come from nothing at all. It's like, who would have ever imagined Bullhead with the beautiful riversides as a backdrop at night? I mean, I really didn't want to leave there. But, when things get a little uncomfortable, and it's my money paying for it that I don't have.
I understand all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost to the point I have to sell my Firebird, but I got some other cars. I've got, you can only drive one at a time, right?
Well, last I tried, yeah.
Yeah, so, I got, a few different cars, so I've had the Firebird for a long, long time, so might be time to lighten the load a little bit and have a little extra cash on hand. Help pay for that back line.
Yeah. Okay, so let me throw a couple more questions at you.
All right.
You told me was that Copperhead Distillery? Was that the name?
Yeah, Copper Still Distillery.
Copper Still Distillery. So they're going to be out there with the whiskey.
Yeah.
Who's bringing the beer?
Well, I got the beer. I got a new gal named Mallory, and I just met her yesterday. She's going to be teaming up with it. I had another gentleman that does all the home shows and stuff. Sadly, he's got an operation he has to have a week before our concert, so then he got to back out. of what he was doing. But I will tell you, the other gal, hang on, let me see if I can bring that up real quickly. Are you
Okay.
still there?
I'm here.
Okay, hang on, I'll tell you who she is. She is Mallory, and Mallory owns Reckless Productions down there in Havasu.
Okay.
Now next weekend they're doing at the distillery, they're doing a big biker thing, and have 300 bikers there. And it's the Sweetheart Poker Run, hosted by Reckless Productions, February 11th. And stops include Copper Still Distillery, Pirate Cove Resort Marina, Topak 66. That's kind of a cool place, Topak 66.
That is.
Okay. Okay, yeah. 8:30 a.m. and after party, Copper Still Distillery, cards in by 3 p.m. 50-50 vendors and more. They got a lot of cool sponsors here that I'd like to have.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll share some with me.
Maybe she will.
But, we had a long talk yesterday. The other gentleman, I'm not kidding. I'm having a problem with these some of these people I'm working with. Poor my friend, I won't name his name, but yeah, he does a lot of the events around Havasu, Kingman, and Bullhead. Well, all the home shows. But sadly, like I said, he's got an operation he's got to have, so he had to drop out. So I got my friend Mallory from Reckless Productions. She's going to step up to the plate.
Howdy, Mallory.
Grab her licks. Hey, Mallory, how you doing, baby? She's going to do our beer over there with Romer, Budweiser and stuff. And should be pretty good.
Okay. Food?
Yes. We have a couple of food vendor trailers out there. I never want to be like some venues do. They don't care how many food vendors are there. They'll lie. And some people actually lie to you and say, well, I'm going to only have 3 vendors here selling food. And the food vendor goes, okay, feels pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I should make some good money.
And then the promoter gets like 10 food places.
Oh.
And they all lose money.
Every one of them.
Of course, it makes the promoter show look bigger. But, I don't like doing business that way.
No.
So, yeah, and we're still looking for vendors to sign up and stuff. If anybody wants to sign up as a vendor, check me out. 760-963-4994. Woodystock.info is the webpage. I will say, I want to throw a shout out to my friend Tim. Tim is in Ohio. Tim runs my website, and he does the ticket sale. Now, Tim does this stuff all over the country, but mostly back around Ohio and in those areas. But for every 5 tickets sold, his company, Relief, plants a tree somewhere in the world. So, so his nonprofit, wish he was over here. We'd be planting trees over here.
That really tugs on my hippie soul, man.
I know it. I love it. It's like, wow. Not only does he maintain my website, but he handles the ticket sales. And, it costs like an extra $2 on top of a ticket, $25 to like $27.50 or something. It's nothing. So, yeah. It's really a great deal for me, and it's a great deal for him and his organization. Of course, he's pretty big. He does like, I don't know, 8 or 9 different fairs and county fairs and stuff around Ohio and all kinds of different stuff. Raves. He's got some radical raves they do back there. I think I saw you at a rave once, didn't I?
I don't believe you did.
It was your evil twin, Mike. Your evil twin.
That's it. Yeah, Ohio's my old stomping grounds. Everyone else would say they grew up there. I'm just going to say I got older there. I didn't quite grow up yet.
Right on. You know what I say? Keep it safe and insane.
There you go. That works for me. Mm-hmm. Okay. let's do dates and times one more time, and then let's call it a night, Johnny. And maybe we can talk again before this all gets going down.
That sounds good, my friend. Okay, so we got Woodystock Blues and Brews happening at Windsor Beach, Lake Havasu State Park on March 25th, just one day. And tickets are $25 online, save a couple bucks, $35 at the gate. If a lot of people, they don't want to buy stuff online. They'd rather pay an extra $10 and get their ticket at the gate.
Which I don't understand, but okay.
And the show starts around 11 o'clock, probably cuts off about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
10 o'clock is the curfew.
Ah.
Well, you don't want to disturb all the RVers and campers.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We don't want them to call the cops on us.
At least not your first year.
No. So we want to keep everybody happy. So anyways, that's a little bit of gist about, what we got going on and stuff. Like I said, we're still looking around for a few different things, but it's all falling into place.
That's
Despite
wonderful.
all
I'm
the
happy
odds.
for you.
So all the odds. I mean, I am looking for another fence company. I won't name names, but had $1 a foot for a fence, a temporary event fence. It just seems a little pricey. Oh, for what, $1? No, $1 is fine. That's what I'm used to paying. $1, $1.50. They want $4 a foot.
How?
Yeah. So you got 100 feet of fence? Really not that much. $400.
Yeah.
1,000 feet? 4,000. I mean, that's more than I pay for the stage.
Yeah.
It's insane, but we're the new guys on the block down there. I love a challenge. I met some really great people down there, and there's a lot more down there that I haven't met yet. And then I look forward to forging bonds and hopefully staying there for the rest of the years that I want to do this. But, I'm not a young guy anymore. I'm 64 now, and it's like I don't know how many more years I can actually pull this off without just saying screw it all.
Well, you know what you need? You need to find somebody that you can trust to take this over. So this goes on like forever and carries your name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I've actually had someone approach me to buy it, but, I didn't think the price was that great, So it's like, no, I got too much into this. You're buying my heart and soul here, buddy. You better have more than $4,000.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyways, Mike, it's been my pleasure to talk to you. I got to apologize to everybody in Radio Land out there. We love you all. My voice is really acting up tonight. So I kind of probably do an exit stage left.
Alrighty, man. You have a good night.
Take care, Mike, man, and keep the faith, baby.
You got it, man. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.